Lynne, how can businesses contribute to the successful implementation of the skills strategy?
We really welcome the new skills strategy. I think it's great to have clarity in terms of that provision of STEM at third level, not only for today but for the future of Northern Ireland. But in terms of what businesses can do, I think there are two main things. The first is to be super clear on what the skills are that are required. There is a great opportunity now to define what those skills are, and sometimes that gets muddied with people using things like digital and technology and software engineering almost interchangeably. It's like, be super clear on what it is you need, because if you can define the skills need, then something can be done about that. I think secondly, there's a great opportunity for businesses to get involved and to collaborate with both government and the education providers to help define what that skilling looks like, both in terms of the here and now, and then also the upskilling that is required to bring people into this sector and to make it attractive on a go-forward basis. And I think if we can get those two things right, that will really help.
In the latest PwC Women in Work Index, there's been a pretty stark statement about the pandemic having set women's careers back by 2 years. What measures do you think we need to put in place to reverse this trend? Looking
across what's happened with the pandemic, I think there's very much a view that the motherhood penalty has kicked in, and that's what it's been described as. And the OECD data would show that women were 3 times more likely to pick up on childcare provision and the requirements around caring responsibilities than their male counterparts during the pandemic. And that's also having an impact in terms of women's ability to even return back into the office. So I think what businesses can do is to actually fully embrace what this hybrid world looks like. We've all got things to learn in it. It's not going to be particularly easy because we're built in a world where we either work off-site or we work on-site. And the hybrid world requires a whole lot more effort to make sure that people have the same opportunities and that one isn't being penalised for not necessarily being in the office. So I think for a lot of us, it's about how we make that hybrid world work in reality and making sure that people are treated fairly regardless of where they work or how they work. And I think the second part is one that we're all very familiar with. There's nothing new in this, but it's about just being more mindful of things like shared parental leave and better childcare provision. Those are two of the biggest aspects, I think, that prevent women sometimes from participating in the workforce, and it's very important that businesses do something and do more to try to level the playing field in that regard and to be better about that provision.
Lynne Rainey from PwC, thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon.